The S&P 500, the Nasdaq going just for recovery here on the day. Now, coming into today, what were we talking about? If you watched yesterday's video, I gave you a little bit of a rundown, gave you the expectations, equities we liked, and everything in between. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend doing so. I'll give you a daily rundown first thing in the morning right before market opens. We had PPI higher than expected, CPI tomorrow, 15.4. We need a mount above that level. We need a mount above 34.20 on ES as well, right? Can NVIDIA mount 464? Tesla mount 264? Big upside? If so, fast forward into the day here. What happens? We end the day where? Nothing less than the best is what I like to say. 44.20 into the day, trying to mount that level here to end it. NQ, 15.4. Now I'm going to show you something on NQ. And some of you, including myself, I wasn't always a believer here. But that bull flag, this right here, right above me, it's a work of art, thing of beauty. And if you zoom out a little bit further, right? We're doing a lot of zooming today, right? Am I right? Getting a lot of action today. Go NQ, right? NQ1. We zoom out here. We go out to on the weekly. I'm telling you right now, this thing is absolutely disgusting. This thing this is what bears see at night, right? It's their worst nightmare. The worst nightmare since Terry. I'm telling you, this thing is terrifying. So again, a lot of strong potential for upside. It looks pretty stout. Pretty stout. Very strong close. Now, before we go into any more content, I ask you to do two things. Consider liking and subscribing. I'm going to tell you what I like. Equities I'm liking, where I see us going. Also, the Discord link is down below if you're interested. No pressure there whatsoever. We have education on our website for free, giving you a breakdown of how we trade, why we trade. But if you want to get a hands-on approach, understand what we're doing all day, every single day, then maybe Discord is for you. And you want to see a little bit of, the insight of some of the gains, right? I don't like to just post my gains. I like to show everyone else's. I don't delete anything here. Never had a negative review from Discord of saying that we've lied and manipulated, right? This is just what's happening. That's just what we're about here, right? Again, no pressure whatsoever because I do believe you can get a lot of the value for free either on Twitter or here on YouTube. So let's talk. Let's dive. We got a lot to cover today. So again, tomorrow morning, just so you know what's happening, you have CPI, right? Core price, whatever the hell, right? So again, very important. I would say for me, CPI has been the most reliable sense of on inflation. PPI, kind of like the ugly stepkid. PCE is like the golden child that the Fed just loves but never really does anything. So again, I'm watching more CPI to see what's happening with the effects of oil, okay? But I think let's disconnect from indexes real quick. Let's disconnect here. Let's look at the dollar. Some of the underlying indicators here, just on the 4-hour time frame here. 4-hour daily, we like those. I want to use a 4-hour because it gives you a better viewpoint. So you break below our key level, which you can see you broke here, mounted, pushed back up to high. So if we look here on DXY, you break below, you reject once, twice, a third time, if you will, and now you're pushing back down. Very weak there on the DXY. Dollar showing relative weakness. When the dollar is weak, traditionally we get upside in the market for a risk-on approach. And then this is like the big boy here, right? I think this is the most important chart that there is right now. Oil, okay? So everyone primarily bears right now. And again, I want to be very clear. I was pretty bearish until we hit the 200 SMA on ES. Okay. I try to be as non-biased as possible in the market. Why? Because if you've been here for any time at all, then you understand. The goal is to make money trading here. That's my goal. If I don't provide good-looking setups, giving you an accurate report or outlook on the market, you guys will unsubscribe. You will leave me high and dry. Right? I will be gone with the wind, right? But that's what separates us here. Because Tyler tells you the truth. Tyler, some would say, is the truth. You come right into 94, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was betting that you'd break over and push towards 100. But then you had your OPEC meeting, and they said demand might actually be pretty low. And from then on, you dropped down. Now, you came down to support. You broke kind of below support, but you're bouncing up here based on the, what's happening in the Middle East and the idea that attacking Iran or all these things happening with Israel will boost, for some reason, oil prices, right? It's going to make them less in demand, even though there's been no action taken against Iran, which I think it's important that we're watching, we're being vigilant, but nothing's happening. So oil again is rejecting. You made a lower high and you're pushing back down. Oil breaks $82. You're in a world of pain. But the biggest thing here for oil, right? The biggest thing, right? CPI, I don't think it's going to be great. PPI wasn't great. But the thing with PPI is it did drop relative to last month. And so if we see the same thing with CPI, we probably see upside in the market. Because what is the market, guys? What is it? What do we know? The market isn't focused on what's happened last week. The market doesn't really care what happened today. The market cares what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month. The market is forward looking. And I think that's the problem here. And that was the problem with me when I started trading. Was I was so focused on here, now, and prior instead of tomorrow and looking forward, right? And that's the disconnect here. And so when we look here at what's happening, I'm going to tell you right now, if you stay on this track and you even stay near $80 going into December, your CPI report is going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. It's going to show inflation dropping once again. Because the only thing spiking inflation right now is energy. Energy, energy, energy. So again, watching this go down is very indicative of the reason you're bouncing on the market. If you want to look at when the market started to top off, it was right back here, the end of June. Marks right at what happened with the oil and energy. So anyways, it's all there for you. Go look at it. You can also look at yields. Yields also tracking to the downside. Every yield was basically down today except the 2-year. We do expect this to kind of start dropping more. But again, the 30, 10, they are all dropping. This is, again, good for the market for a risk on approach. And that's good news. That's what we want to see. Okay, so a few points here. Now, I'm going to say the same thing as what I said here. If you hold 15.4, 34.2 into tomorrow after CPI, hey, I'm like a feral dog. I'm going to be licking my chops, okay? Because I'm going to be on the prowl. I'm going to be hunting. Because there's a few names that we've been mentioning here, equity-wise, stock-wise, that have big boy potential. And I got a new one today. I got one I mentioned a few days ago on Twitter, but I kind of was hiding around it. I didn't want to give too many people the name because I gave it to Discord first. I want to give them the rights, right? But I got a big boy name in the mid-cap section. Let's get to it. Come on. Let's go in here. So to get the breakout, we're looking really good. So number one, let's go over one. Microsoft. Okay? I'm not talking about me when I jump into an ice cold bath. I'm not talking about that Microsoft. Right. Microsoft. Right. Twitter today. I gave it to you again. I posted this in Discord. Of course, I posted it in Discord, right? Of course. But on Twitter. Microsoft 6 hours ago. Looking good so far. Wouldn't be surprised to see a mount over highs here. Wouldn't be surprised. 330. Boom shakalaka. Booma shaka. Laka laka. Beautiful. Free game there. Now, after hours, Microsoft is down, but you want to see a mount above 332, pushing back into 335. I think Microsoft is one of the strongest names out on the market, as long as it's above 330. Stays above 330, it's probably a buy again, as long as the indexes hold up. Buenos, nachos, gazpachos, very good. Number two, Amazon. Been talking a lot about Amazon, but I think Amazon is now all systems go, right? DEFCON 5, go, right? You're looking here. A few things we want to mention here. Okay, number one. The daily 100 SMA, battling below it, you're getting above it, you closed above it today. Good news. Stay above that, you're bullish. Basically like at 130.7. Dude, my throat, I don't know what's happening. I'm like sick. It's just like super itchy. I don't know why. But Amazon, probably my favorite play right now. 90% chance I'm going to day trade it tomorrow if we look good. Gap fill going into 135. And then ultimately you are looking for, I believe, let me pull it up real quick so you can see the daily 200. Where's the daily? Where's the weekly at? Did I miss it? Are we above it? Am I blind? Maybe I'm blind. Oh, the weekly right here. I'm so sorry. Right there. I didn't have it up. You're looking for that push. Yeah, 136 as well. So 135, then 136. You get over that level, back into highs. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, right? Oh, pause. Sorry, that was tough. Again, now I'm going to give you my sleeper. My sleeper, I'm going to jump right into it. ARM. Okay. And this is going to be a little bit of a surprise to you guys. I don't know the last time I have mentioned a mid cap, right? They're a big name. They just IPO'd though. Now, when I go into this, and I don't want to go too heavy, I'm not talking options. I'm more so talking shares. I like options above 56 though. Look, if there's a name out there that has potential to do, I'm not going to say what NVIDIA did, but real-time potential to really move. I believe ARM is that name. ARM, if you don't remember, 2 years ago, they were trying to get acquired by NVIDIA. It got blocked, yada, yada, yada. Then the IPO'd. Telling you, I like what they're doing. I like the upside potential here, especially above 56.8. I got in a little bit early. I still love them, but I'm telling you, keep it on your radar. If you want to go options above 56.8, you look really great. Don't tell me where to take apps to take profits, so I'm not going to give you the answer, but you look really, really good. Next up, again, laundry list of names. NVIDIA, though. NVIDIA. We finally got it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm probably going to end the video after this, to be honest. NVIDIA has been the name. It has been the dog in the race that we have been rooting for. It's been the dog locked in the kennel that's been growling to get out. And I'm going to tell you right now, listen to me close. Listen to me close. Yeah, Allie. Yes. Bigger. Yes. Look. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to leave you with this. NVIDIA, if CPI goes well tomorrow, I told you, I've been telling you guys since we were down at 440. If NVIDIA gets over 464, which it is, but if now, the last piece, the last stone, if you will, in the gauntlet, right? With this amazing bicep. The last stone here, CPI. Can CPI let the market live to fight one more day? Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if we get a decent CPI, I don't even need a good one. I don't need a good one. I need decent. Just don't let the market tank. If that happens, get your burner phone. Get it, right? We all got one. Get your burner phone. Call your broker. Tell him Tyler called it. New 52-week highs probably coming. Not financial advice. Do your own DD. But that thing is ready to run. Runner. Woo! That's it. That's the video, guys. You can leave. I'm dead. You leave. You get out of here. NVIDIA. I'm telling you right now. That's it.